So, hi again, everyone. Just wanted to come out again and pick up from where I left off. But before I do so, I really want to thank you guys for the support. The last tape that I did, it was just so much support coming in. I don't know if my friends or the fans would be okay with me saying names, but like Maureen, Marie, Rohan from Jamaica, different people that just came out. A lot of you guys just come out, and Charm, my cousin, Alexia, just a lot of people just coming out and saying how valuable and how insightful these recordings have been. Kerry in Boston, thank you so much. Ken, who has subscribed to the videos on YouTube, and you know, is just a huge fan. Dahlia all the way in Ghana, I believe, and different people who have just come out and just say hello. Today, I want to focus on what do I mean by decoding messages. So as I am going through, picking up the pieces from my divorce, it has not been the easiest process because, again, I have to learn to live on my own, and it's not been very easy. Picking up the pieces, starting all over. Peace of mind at times I do have, but I'm not going to come out and say that is something that I accomplish every day. Some days I'm really doing well, and some days I'm not doing well. So I want to be as candid as possible, because going through a difficult situation or having to adjust after different situations, life events, sometimes it's very difficult. Maybe the death of someone. And for me, the divorce is like a death, because you go through a divorce, but it's a death that it's like it's never closed, especially if you have children. So it's very hard at times. But how I am moving forward and building a solid foundation so that I probably don't make the same mistakes again, or maybe I'm not sure what will happen, but my hope is that I eventually at the end of this, or I will find true love, because that's something that I aspire to have. I think I have so much love in my heart, and I think I was designed to be a wife. So, but before I can take on any wife relationship, there are some things that has to change within me. There are some things that has to get better. There are some things that I have to continue, and there are some things that I have to stop. So I want to get in today is where I'm looking at decoding messages. So what are messages really? So and why do you want to decode messages, right? The thing is that before you make a mistake or before you make a decision, the universe was throwing a lot of the correct answers, but for whatever reason, sometimes, or for me, I was not listening, right? So, or I was blind. I didn't understand the messages and how to decode those messages. So as I'm learning to, go and build it from the bottom up and pick up the pieces, I realized that the universe, or what we call God, for me, I am a child of God, so I'm going to speak mostly about God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus Christ, which has been sending me a lot of messages. And these messages is to learn me, right? What happened is that these messages can be in different forms of things that you get. For example, you could get a dream, you could get visions, you could get words, a sentence, you could get animals, you could get plants, you could get a shape, you could get numbers, you could get letters, it could be in the form of a fruit, it could be in the form of a vegetable, it could be an angel appearing to you, it could be people, it could be in a music, it could be in the scriptures. Messages come to you daily in different formats. If you are learning things will resonate with you. There comes a time when you get a dream and you just cannot shake that dream. In learning you slow down listening, there is no quick process in learning you. There is no express way in hearing the voice of God audibly, in hearing the universe audibly. I wish I could tell you that you could take a pill or you could walk 7 times around somewhere. It is different for every individual. But most of the time, a lot of the noise, you have to want to know you more. You have to be willing to want to change things from being your norm, right? You have to be willing to want to make the right decisions. You have to be willing to trust the instinct, the Holy Spirit that is in you. Why do you get these messages that comes out in these different forms? They come so that they can enable you, empower you to make the right decisions. Sometimes the decision that is right is not necessarily favorable. Sometimes it is that you're going to have to cut a habit, or you're going to have to include something that you don't really like. But you have to trust your process, that the universe or God is directing you toward finding your calling, finding your purpose, making the best call, the best judgment for you and your situation. Most of the time, we want to rely, or I want to rely on a prophetess. I want to rely on my pastor, a bishop. And sometimes these things are not wrong. But remember that in getting advice from people, they don't know your full situation. You probably trust them to give them a little bit of the situation. Maybe you twist the truth. And maybe their experience doesn't qualify them to give you the answers that you're looking for. They may be able to lead you and confirm some things that you already getting into your spirit. But again, there is no quick way of learning and decoding these messages and understanding what is dropping into your spirit. One pastor that I was under would say, what is the Holy Spirit saying to you? What is your intuition saying to you concerning a certain decision? You could call John Brown from here until tomorrow. You could pray until you're blue in the face. If you are not listening, talking to God is a dialogue. There is a listening period and there is a talking period. There is asking questions and you have to allow time. Sometimes, and that's later in the tape. When these messages come in these various forms, there is a research period where you have to, I want to know, why did I get that dream last night? Why did I get that shape in my spirit? Why did the wind, every time I go out, the wind is blowing in a certain direction? What is that saying to me and my situation? So you have to become curious. And in becoming curious, you're going to question the things that appears to you. You have to be patient in the process. A lot of time you have to take yourself away from television, food. You have to take away yourself from friends. You have to take away different things. I am not here to tell you, you have to know your process. What do I have to do to create more time so that I can hear and learn more? In decoding the messages, there is research. There is things that you will get in your spirit. There are things that you're going to have to dig further, maybe get a partner, read a Bible, read different books, because every truth is not only in the Bible. There are other books that you can read that you can get truth from. So it's time consuming and the process goes on. In this process, you have to focus on you. It is not, when you're getting messages, it's not so much a third party, but it's in you. You know, what I have to change about me. What is the message saying about my process? What am I getting into my spirit? And again, you could be filled with the Holy Spirit until you're blue in the face. Not until you come to a humble place into your life. I know that. I get that. very humble, and sometimes humility looks different for everyone. Humility is a change of heart. Be willing to hear yourself. Be willing to be open to the universe, to the messages that come into you, to corrections, to just be willing to have an open mind. Check for understanding. The last part that I'm going to be speaking, it's check for clarity and understanding. How do I do that? And how do I arrive at the correct answer? When you arrive at the correct answer, your spirit will be in perfect peace. It might not be what you want to hear, but you know that this is something that my spirit is resting with. I have to trust God totally. I have to trust the universe that for every step I'm going to be getting what I need so that I can continue. Learning about me, loving me, takes time. There is no easy way to get this going. Again, I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for your comments. Comments are very important. I want to thank you for your feedback, your messages, your sharing. And I would say do the same thing. Let me know if you're learning from this session. Again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day. God bless you.